Good morning, everybody. J.R. Fisher here. It is Monday. Hey, do you know how exciting Monday is? Do you realize how exciting Monday is? We only get 52 Mondays a year. There's only 52 of them. And people out there actually complain about Mondays. How can you complain about something? You only get 52 of them a year. I'm so glad I'm here, and I'm so glad you guys are here too. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down there. I think 46 people to subscribe to this channel for us to be Fitbit. Was it or FameBit? That's what it is. I got it all wrong. And we'll hit 5,000 people. That would be really great, guys. Do me a favor, do that. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live. Every time I upload a video, you will be notified. You'll be a VIP group of people. So that's pretty cool stuff. Today, I have an agenda. My agenda is to talk about the 5 skills you really need to make money online. The top 5 essential digital income skills you need and how to get them. And that's what I'm going to talk about. However, if you've got questions about anything else having to do with making money online, growing your business online, any of that stuff, feel free to put that in the chat section because I will answer that for you. Absolutely free. Not here to sell you anything, just here to help you out. Let me know how you're doing. James is already in there. He's already put some comments in there. He's my buddy. He's always there. And I appreciate it very much. The rest of you, don't forget to put comments in there. Get my throat all cleared out. Let me get a little sip here going on before we get started. Yes, we've been doing a little bit of organizing this weekend because we have to pack up and move to Texas. So, man, our living room, our bedroom, all the rooms look like a mess right now because of all the stuff we got going on. But anyhow, I'll get all that stuff done. That will all work out. And really appreciate you guys being here. This is the thing that keeps us all going, all of us getting together and sharing ideas and all that good stuff. So let's start sharing. Let's start talking about some of that stuff, the skills that you're really going to need to make money online. You know, marketing really is not about pitching to customers. It's about communicating with individual people. And when you think of it that way, it's going to be a whole lot easier to do. It'll make a whole lot more sense to you than if you think you're just pushing your ideas or selling stuff to people. That's really not what we're doing. And digital marketing really is no different. It's just that the dialogue that we have occurs on electronic platforms, but it's still, you know, you're just communicating with people. That's all you're doing. And there's certain skills that you just got to have if you're going to sell online. And some of these skills, like I know I was not good at them in the beginning. I've gotten a lot better at them, and I'm always improving every day. But I wanted to go through each one of them with you. There's only 5 of them, so you can kind of see what you're going to need to do, what you're going to need to have happen. And the first one is copywriting. Copywriting really is just the written word of promoting and prompting action. That's all it really is. You're trying to get people to do something. Given the number of online channels that exist today, copywriting really is a must-have digital marketing skill. Emails, landing pages, you know, events, sales pages, paid ads, social medias, chat box, all these things have to do with copywriting. And copywriting is so very important that you get good at it, guys. Let's see here. Just checking the comment section there. A couple are coming in. A couple of them are getting truncated, which means somebody's typing something in there, and for some reason YouTube doesn't like it and they erase it. I don't know why they do that. You also need to be able to shift gears easily, okay, depending on the expectations of your audiences. Copywriting, I would tell you, the best way to get good at copywriting is starting to write copy, okay? You'll start to find out what doesn't work, what doesn't impress, what does impress, if you just do it and do it every single day. You know, when you're doing this, it makes things a whole lot easier for you in the long run, even though it's difficult in the beginning. There's an app you can get called Hemingway, Hemingway. And I've been to the Hemingway house, which is very, very cool down in Key West. But he was an amazing writer. And he had a lot of problems. He had, you know, alcohol problems, drug problems, psychological problems. He was bipolar. He had all these things going on, and he got good at copywriting. So don't think you can't do it. The Hemingway app will actually give you a readability score. It will highlight different things for you in your copy. So I would tell you to check that out. There's also courses you can take. You can do these things Just, well, you could go on YouTube and learn how to do copywriting for free, which is what I would recommend, but there's also courses out there you can buy on it too. The next thing I'm going to tell you, and this thing here kind of eluded me in the beginning, but you got to get good at SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. Basically what that means is you're writing stuff that people is already looking for. Okay, if they're already looking for it and you write it, then they'll come across it. A lot of people try to write stuff and get people to search for it. That's hard to do. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is get information out there that people are already searching for. So whether they're searching how to get their hair cut, or catering, or the newest movie theater or restaurants, search engines are there to help them find this stuff. And if you provide them what they're already searching for, then you're going to do pretty well. It is very complex, though, I will tell you. There's a lot of creative aspects to it. There's a lot of sub skills that have to do with SEO. You need to know how to promote and produce content, how to effectively list your stuff so that the directories pick it up. SEO is so very important. There's a lot of SEO tools out there. There's on-page SEO, there's off-page SEO. So all of these things out there you need to learn if you're going to make money online. There's one called WooRank. It's a free website review tool, so you can check that out. Let me put this in here real quick. WooRank is a free SEO tool. Okay, there we go, SEO tool. I'll put that in the chat section there. You can grab that tool. It's a pretty darn good one. You can also learn SEO from YouTube, from courses. And basically, it's a whole bunch of title tags, meta descriptions, headings, alt tags, all these things. And what they are is they're things that come up in the search result. So once you learn how to enter them, Google can find your site and it can bring it back in the search results. Is or is you ain't live streaming now, because I ain't seeing anything but the thumbnail. I am, and it's coming up on my screen. Let's see here, James. I am streaming. I think it may be your computer, because I know you had this problem the other day. Period. You may want to restart your computer, James. Period. Is anyone else having any problems? Question mark. So anyhow, James, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I can see, I have a monitor, so I'm monitoring what YouTube is broadcasting, and this is what I see right here, and it looks like me. So as you can see, it's working for me. Not sure why it's not working for you. I will keep an eye on it, but I think maybe it has something to do with the settings on your computer. So if you would check that out. So anyhow, that's SEO. That's the second skill that you're going to need. Let me get another sip here. And I'm waiting to see on my screen where I just held my computer up to make sure it's all working well. But it looks like it's working fine on my end here. I don't see that anybody else is having a problem. Let me know if you are. And let me see here. I think on my screen here, I'm getting ready to hold up my own screen. So let me check this. I'm double checking this. But it looks like, yes, it is working fine. So there it is. It is working fine. I've got the glare of my circle light there. There's a big circle light here. The third one I want to talk about, guys, is PPC. Now, while showing up in organic search results, let's see, Paul says, looking and sounds good. Thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate that. Brings huge benefits that compound over time. It can take a while to establish presence. So SEO is not a quick thing. It takes a while for these search engines to find your website, to index it. An option for gaining relevant visibility more immediately is through pay-per-click advertising, where when people click, you actually have to pay. Your business basically is guaranteed to show up in the top spots, but you pay for each click your ad gets. So paying more doesn't necessarily mean you're going to show up more, because ad relevance and quality are factored in too. So you got to be good at this stuff. So that's important. Sip here. Now, relevance and quality. Those aspects are what make up a pay per click skill. Now, this really is a skill. You don't just need to know how to balance or allocate your budget. You need to know which keywords to target and the best channel and ad formats. Okay, so you're going to need to know that too, as well as how to create, really good experience for your audience and make sure it's, they're getting what they want. The better your ads are, the lower your cost per click and the higher your profits. So that's something else to consider. Pay-per-click advertising isn't just on search engines. It's on social media, your websites, directories, and your digital marketing skill in this area is really, really important. I know I'm running a campaign now, and I was sitting there yesterday and I think I'd spent 20 or 30 bucks and somebody gave me $397. I'm like, well, that's pretty cool. So that's obviously working. Okay, we're doing that, and that has to do with some of my ads on YouTube, of which I'm getting ready to redo all those ads. And that's another thing I'll tell you guys. You can't just do an ad and run it for 2-3 years. It's not going to work that way. You're going to run ads that aren't going to work, some that are going to work, and then when they do work, they're going to wear out. You're going to have to come up with new ads. It's a constant thing. It doesn't stop. So if you think I'm just going to run an ad, make some money, you might, but even if you do make money, it's going to go away and you're going to have to redo it again. So that's how that works. And there's all kinds of tools you can get to, check your performance. Google Analytics really is a pretty good one. WordStream has one. It's called Growth Academy. It's free. It's interactive. It's a learning platform, so you can get that at WordStream. And WordStream also has some pay stuff too. Let's see here. I see Yahoo was just sold. Do you think they could compete with Facebook and become a good search engine? Well, now I don't think of Facebook as a search engine. First off, I think of it as a social media platform that's turned into an advertising platform. It's no longer social media because I can post stuff on there, or my friends can post on there. Some of my friends have millions of followers and they get 5 likes or they get 2 or 3 comments. So that tells me they're not showing their content. Could they compete with another search engine? I don't know. I don't know anything about that sale, Paul. Tell me about it. Let me know what happened with it. Are they turning into a social media platform? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't know anything about that. I read a lot of news, but I missed that one. I have seen all this stuff about Bill Gates, though. How about that dude, huh? He wasn't very successful. Even being one of the richest guys in the world, he was still striking out with most women he was trying to pick up. Or at least that's what the news articles say. And he was cheating on his wife, so I got no respect for that either. But that's what it is. You said you tested multiple variations of an ad. Yes. How many are you going to test on new ads? Generally, there's multiple levels of testing. So I may do 5 or 6 different videos for an ad. Okay, so 5 or 6 different videos. And then I'm going to test that against keywords. In keywords, I may use, like if I'm using my competitors' keywords, it may be 60 or 70 keywords. If I'm using my own keywords, it could be a couple hundred keywords. And I just throw it out there to all these different keywords, and the keywords that do well, I keep, and the ones that are too expensive or don't get me clicks, I kill those. And I test so many things. I test audiences, I test competitors, I test channels, I test a lot of things. I mean, when I'm doing campaigns, Paul, it's a lot, and I've really kind of contemplated on doing a course on YouTube ads. Man, it's so complicated. I just haven't done it yet. I'm probably going to teach pieces of it and maybe put all that together because it is really something. Verizon sold it for, I believe, a few billion. It's so funny we can throw away a few billion now, right? Just throw that term around, a few $1 billion. Paul said, do you find music ads anything in ads? Does music add anything in ads? I use it at the end of my ad when it's just a screen and there's arrows and it's saying click here. During the ads, I don't really add any music in there. I'm not saying it doesn't add, I'm just saying I don't do it. So really the thing is you got to test it. What I would do is I would do one ad where you got music in the background and one that you don't. And run 1,000 people to the video, so get 1,000 views, see which one did better. That's the only way to tell, because like music could work good in one ad and then not work good in another ad. It could have been the ad that was different. And it's advertising is where you're going to have to spend a lot of money just to figure out what works and what doesn't. The next skill I'm going to talk about, number 4, is your email skills. Your email skills are so important, guys. This is where I make the majority of my money, is through emails every single day. those emails that go out to people make me money. Email's really been around for a long time now, and it sounds crazy because I remember when it first came out, but for every dollar spent on email marketing, the average return is $42, burping a little bit, $42. That's a lot of money. 42 times 1. And I would say that's definitely accurate. Email marketing really is the most popular digital marketing skill because it's so versatile. There's so much you can do with it. You can engage customers who haven't engaged with your company. You can convert leads. You can build loyalty with it. You can send out content to them. You can do all kinds of updates. You can tell them about your company. You can send them to sales pages. There's just so much you can really do. When you get really good skills with email marketing, guys, you can build lists. You can, perform experiments. You can find out about your audience. You can run surveys to them. There's so much you can do with email. Probably my favorite thing to do is email. Email is just amazing. There's a lot of free email marketing tools. However, if you're going to email, I'm going to 100% recommend Kartra. Let's see here. I recommend Kartra for all emails. All right, it doesn't want to say what I said, so let me fix this. Have a hard time here. It doesn't want to say it. All right. Recommend Kartra for emails. Now, I don't just recommend Kartra for emails. I recommend it for all of your digital marketing because it does sales pages, it does sequences, it does funnels, it does videos, it does all kinds of stuff. And in the description of this video, after it's over with, if you're watching it live, there's going to be a link to Kartra. You can click on it. You can go watch a video on what Kartra does. And if you like it, you can use my affiliate link, which will get it for you for $1. So you can have a trial for $1. So that's pretty cool. But email, guys, email's it. I mean, you've got to learn how to do emails. Okay, it's so very important that you do that. There's a company out there called Wishpond, and they've got a free course on it. You can go into Kartra and you can look at a lot of their stuff in there, and it gives you a lot of training. But man, email's it. That's number 4, and we're almost down to number 5. You was right. The problem was with my dumb phone. Oh my God, no, you're using a phone? Oh no, James, you're not using a computer or an iPad. Oh my goodness. So I look really tiny there, right? Okay, that's one way for me to lose some weight. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to tell you is what you need. This skill is the skill you need to apply to every other skill I just told you about. This one here is conversion rate optimization, CRO, okay? In other words, you need to be able to look at all the stuff you're doing and figure out if it's actually working. So if you're copywriting, you're doing SEO, you're doing pay-per-click, email marketing, whatever it is, you've got to be able to come back and figure out what worked and what did not work. How about Kartra for vlogging? I mean, yeah, you could use it for that. Vlogging, I would say is more, well, 100% I would say YouTube is where you want to vlog, okay? If you're going to go live or you're going to record videos, YouTube's the place. The next, I would say maybe, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Facebook is really terrible for video right now. I mean, they just, and I don't know if that's going to change, but they just will not show, organic content. They won't do it. So you're kind of wasting your time if you're doing your videos on Facebook. And number 2, people don't go to Facebook to watch videos. They go there to interact with posts and stuff like that. So the odds of them watching a video on Facebook are not good. The reason they go to YouTube is to watch a video. So it would make sense. That's where you'd want to put your video. And that's what I would say for that. Let's see here. What else we got? You're not a digital marketing master ever. I will tell you that. Ever. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been doing this. What good does it do if these visitors take action on your site and you don't know it and you don't understand it, okay? A conversion refers to a specific action. So when I say conversion rate optimization, you got to first off define what is the action you want them to do. Did you want them to opt in? Did you want them to go watch a video? Did you want them to go buy something? What was the goal of whatever you did, whether it's an email, whether it's a pay-per-click, whatever it is? You've got to know what the goal was, or you can't judge it, right? It makes it really difficult to judge. You also need to be familiar with your page elements that influence your conversion. It's like your copy, your button colors, your speed, your layout, even the structure and navigation of your page matter a whole lot. So there are free CRO tools out there. However, if you have Kartra, all of that is built into Kartra. Okay, all those tools are actually in Kartra. Paul's saying, as an affiliate for Kartra, how do the commissions compare to ClickFunnels? How is Kartra customer service? Kartra customer service, I think, is excellent. I really do. Is it immediate? No. It's going to take you probably half a day or a day to get a response from them, but they're very detailed. I had ClickFunnels. I did not market ClickFunnels as an affiliate, I will tell you that. I know a lot of people have made a lot of money off ClickFunnels as affiliates. I think it's because ClickFunnels is really good about promoting itself. Russell Brunson is really good about promoting ClickFunnels, and it really was one of the first kind of all-in-one, funnel softwares. But it doesn't do half the things that Kartra does, and it doesn't do most of the things that Kartra does as well as Kartra, and it's super expensive. I mean, it is super expensive compared to Kartra. Kartra's plan, I think, is $99 a month, and really to get any usability out of ClickFunnels, last I checked, it was $297 a month, so it's triple right there. And then when you get into having bigger lists or sending out more stuff, and it doesn't really email either. I mean, it has a thing called Actionetics. It wasn't very good. I had Infusionsoft at the same time as I had ClickFunnels, and I was paying like $300 a month for ClickFunnels, and then another couple, $2,000-3,000 for Infusionsoft. So I was, $2,500 a month into it. Whereas with Kartra, you're going to be a few $100s into it. So it's a huge difference there too. You got to look at that. There are some courses out there on CRO. Unbounce has one. Go to Unbounce, get their free landing page course. It's really good. It's very squared away. It's a really good one. It shows you what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the 5 that you're going to need. It's copywriting, it's SEO, it's pay-per-click, it's email, and it's conversion rate optimization. Those are the 5, okay? Anybody who writes about this stuff knows those are the 5. In any particular order, it doesn't matter. As an affiliate for Kartra, okay, I already read that one. Cool. So that's it. Do you have any questions on this? Is there anything you would like to know about these skills? And all these skills, you can get better at them, guys. I've given you ways to get better at all these things. It's not that hard. These things may or may not be new, but the skills required to get income really are these 5 skills right here. You can use tools. You can use free courses. You can watch my videos. You can watch other videos on YouTube. But you got to get good at these 5. If you don't know what these are, you will not make much money online. Okay, if you aren't good at these skills, you got to keep your digital skills in tip-top shape. And because the thing is, even if you know these things today, they change a little bit tomorrow. There's different things that make them optimize better tomorrow or the next day. And the software's change. So many things change all the time that you really got to stay on top of it. So that's what I got for you today. Let's see, you don't look beat up after clearing out the storage units. Yes, I did do some clearing out of the storage unit. I didn't clear it all out, but I cleared most of it out. I hated clearing out stuff when we moved to Boise from Chicago. Learned to spring clean every year now. Yeah, my wife is really good about it. She's a lot more organized than I, but she has a DIY channel. So, she's always studying that, and she knows how to organize and do stuff. And sometimes I'll open a cabinet. There's like all kinds of little containers in there where she's organized all my stuff. She's a very sweet lady. She's very good at that. So yeah, I'm getting ready, slowly getting ready for that move, getting all my stuff done. I do appreciate you guys. I really do. I want to let you know that once again, if I don't tell you enough, I really, really appreciate you showing up. I really appreciate your input. Somebody said, I think it was Paul said the other day, do you get offended by stuff if somebody tells you something? I'm like, no, because if somebody's communicating with me, they're going through effort. They're taking time out of their day to tell me something and offer something. And if somebody's doing that, I have to take it in which the spirit it was given, and that was they were trying to help. Now, do some people just type stuff to cut you down and make you feel bad? Yeah. But then I look at it and I go, well, man, they must be having a bad day. They must be having issues in their life, or they wouldn't be taking their time to even do that. So I think I told Paul I don't get offended anymore because I'm out of my 40s. If you can't grow out of getting offended, and James, you second me on this, if you can't grow out of getting offended, you're not growing as a human being. So I don't want to get on a tangent, but man, I could talk about getting offended all day long. It's so easy to get offended, and it's so easy to justify. You can say, well, you know, this person cut me off, or this person said this to me, or this person did that, and I can show you instances where all those things happened to other people and it didn't offend them, it didn't upset them. So it really is how you take this stuff in, and by getting offended and upset and all this, you're only hurting yourself, because a lot of times those people don't even know you're upset. Right? Somebody cuts you off in traffic and you go berserk and nuts and scream and yell and, you know, right? And they don't even know they cut you off. They're driving down the road. They don't even know you exist. So who are you hurting by that? You're hurting yourself. Not to get off on something that is not one of the 5 today, but that's kind of how I feel. You look so much more at ease now compared to first videos. Practice makes perfect, I guess. Well, yeah, I mean, in the beginning, I was so concerned about what I should and shouldn't do. And I don't much care anymore. And I mean I don't care about the videos, because I care about those immensely, and I care about the information I give you. But I'm not trying to just regurgitate information. I'm really trying to communicate with you guys, and I hope that comes across. I really do, and I appreciate the kind input there, Paul. Paul will give me negative input and positive input, and I appreciate that, because he takes his time to even bother, right? Some people don't even bother. They're just like, I'm not gonna listen to that guy, and they click off. But he does take time to do that. And all you guys who put in your comments in here, your suggestions, I'm getting like hundreds and hundreds of them now on all my videos, and I'm trying to keep up with them. But it's so nice, because I remember when I first started doing videos, I blamed the audience. I was like, well, nobody's commenting. These people aren't any good because they aren't commenting. I didn't have anything worth commenting on. Okay, I got to have something worth commenting on, and I got to ask you to comment. So if you haven't commented, please do so. Doesn't matter if you're live with this video now. Doesn't matter if you're watching it later on. I love getting your comments. I love getting your questions, and I love helping you out. I'm going to go ahead and wind this down today. We have a bunch of stuff that we're getting rid of today, and I have to meet a couple people to give away some stuff, sell some stuff, do some stuff, and hopefully I get some work done today too. We did some filming for Jessica yesterday, and we got to get some editing done on her stuff. She has some amazing stuff for her channel. Don't forget to check it out. She has a Home Sweet Farmhouse, and she also has the Furry Family Coach. Check out both those channels on YouTube. Check them out also on Facebook. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or I upload a video. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Share it with your friends and relatives. I think I need 46 subscribers, 46 subscribers to hit that 5,000. So I'm slowly getting there. Peace and blessings, everyone, always. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much, James, and I'm glad you got that phone issue worked out. Get me on a bigger screen. Put me on a laptop. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and I will talk to you real soon.